And we're live. Hello, everybody.
Hello, girls. Hello, hello. It's Joe. Hope y'all having a good day today. It's beautiful. No rain.
See what's going on.
Well, I don't see where.
I'm getting it for you.
Oh, okay. Beth's over here getting things straightened out.
Trying,
Trying.
trying, trying. Now you can see everybody coming in
Where? Okay,
right there.
right there.
They're coming in. I'll be right
Okay.
back. I'll be back.
Hey, it's Miss Teresa Church. Sherry Van. Hello, hello. How are you all? Well, we had a little craft avalanche here. You know how she always says that. Yeah. Hello. Glad to see y'all getting in here. Yeah, there's Teresa and Sherry and yeah, I'm not much of a talker, you know that. Oh well, look at there, Stream Fire and Ice, Miss Juju. Hello, hello, hello. Beth will be in here in a few minutes. Just bear with me, you know how I am. Rawr. Sherry Vance and Teresa. Oh, I was been busy myself this morning. I got up this morning at 5 o'clock and started went to Walmart at 6. I thought I had a job or something maybe. There's Marty and yeah, Marty and Teresa and Cheryl, Sherry. Yeah, yeah. Let's see. Not sure what she's going to do. I think it looks to me like she's got the chicken out here. I just love those chickens on YouTube. Somebody had those white headed body chickens and they sit there and talk to each other. We sit the other night and watch them do that. It's so funny. You sit there and laugh for hours. I'd like to know who the trainer is to get all them things set up to pick everybody's mouth movements and stuff. I don't know how they do that, but it's pretty tough. It's pretty tough. Just amazing how these animals can look like they're doing these things at certain times. You know what I mean? I got me a good cold root beer. My goodness, that's better than a cold beer, which I don't know what that is either. But I'm glad to see y'all here today. Hope everybody else gets to come out. Uh, she's trying to catch up on a little wind there. So um, I'm not the best person to be introducing. Whoa, okay. There's Artful Esther. Hello, hello. Good to see you. Glad you can make it. Sherry Vance. Oh yes. Teresa's going. She'll be back. And Yeah, I do the Weather Channel. I don't do no, I'm kidding. I'm just teasing y'all. So I hope everybody's doing fine. Yeah, those storms have been coming through. Oh my gosh, there for 2 weeks in a row. They were I don't know how many miles long coming from the west side and starting out the bottom, just lifting up. It's that winter or the winter leftovers going into the summer, and that summer gets hot and it brings in them bad storms. Bad storms. Hope everybody's got a good set down there. There's a got to have something good to take care of them. Oh, crushed flowers. Okay. Well, we thank you all. Thank you guys coming in and giving Beth just I don't know. She just couldn't live without you guys. That's all I know is leaves leaves me alone and out of space. Gives me time to go out and get the yard cleaned up, take care of business outside. Flowers, those the flowers. I don't know if I'm doing any flowers tonight or not. Hmm. She's got her other one over there, and she's got me stuck over here in the with the uh, iPad. Sherry, Marty, good to see you all. But you know what? This sky down where we're at, it's so big. You got to have something going on all the time anyway. There's always something going on. That's for sure. Um, just gonna show you some pictures or something. I'm a, yeah, Beth loves you all too. Yeah, believe me. Yeah. Yeah, I know, Teresa. Again, the yard keeps hard to keep up. We got a dog. We got Nora's got a girl. Got a girl. Nora's got a boyfriend across the uh, the yard down here, and the lady's got a dog, and her dog is a bird dog, beautiful. I'm surprised I ain't got any pictures of him. He's over here all the time. You think he was moving in on us, uh, but he's beautiful. He's got those brown and dark brown colored spots on his back. He's a true bird dog. No, I've never been around bird dogs in my life, but I've had a lot of dogs, but not one of those. But he's a monster. He runs all over Nora. And Nora's not really small. She's just the average size. Uh, I guess you call it a Spitz or uh, she's got a real thick uh, fur, And when I say fur, she's got a fur like a mink fur. Her hair is like 2 inches thick, and all you gotta do is brush it every once in a while, and she keeps it up. She shakes it, and water don't get on her in the cold. She's an outdoor dog, no doubt. She could go up and be one of those husky dogs pulling the sleds and stuff. And if you took her and Conan, his name is Conan, I guess, after Conan the wild boy. Uh, he's a good almost 26 inches standing, and but they play great. They play great. That's one good thing about them. Okay, stream far nice.
What are y'all doing?
Oh, I'm just trying to keep keep these young ladies all.
Are they
Yeah.
fighting? Are they fussing?
No, no, they're just sitting here saying, hi Joe and
Okay.
the little Moojies. You ready to get here?
Yeah.
You got it. Okay, she's back. I'll see you later. I'll be watching on you. Rat terrier. I think I had a rat terrier. Oh, okay.
All right, here we go. We're trading off root beers. Oh, has he been a perfect gentleman? I knew he would. He is the best in in the whole West. He's the best. This is a painty paper, and this is a napkin. I was working in this book the other day, and I decided to put a few more things in it. So I did this the other day. I got some happy mail today from Vanessa. She sent me 2 paper clips, hidden paper clips. She did. So they're really, really cute. Very vintage, very, very nice stamps.
Down, right there,
Yeah.
right there. Perfect.
Very nice.
They are beautiful.
Very
And
nice.
she made those, put the little
Yeah.
diamonds on it and
Yep.
all.
Yep.
My
Diamonds
gosh,
and all.
that is nice.
Very pretty. So if you see Vanessa, tell her we got her happy mail, and I got them in my book right here. So the hidden paper clip is in progress. Everybody should have theirs out before the 15th of the month. If you cannot get your hidden paper clips out, you need to let me know. Let your partner know that you're running behind. Quit procrastinating and do it. Quit procrastinating. I have been the worst procrastinator this year. Uh, so, anyway, this was a few things we've done in this little book here, and I like it. I like everything we've done. Need to do some more of those. More Zen tangles. That's pretty. And that might be something I can do today. So, hi, Diane, Esther, Marty, Teresa. I haven't said hi to everybody. Sherry,
I hadn't either.
Juju's doing a raid. So, you guys, everybody in here, you need to go over to Juju's. She's going to do a streamathon tonight. Let's see, go to channel and share her. Let's see, let me share her doolally. This is her doololly. This one here. Let's try it. Let's go to subscriptions and go to homepage and find Juju over here. I know she's here somewhere. On the back 40 she is. She's been streaming all day. And I've been over there hanging out with her. So maybe somebody else can put her link in for me in the chat as I'm having difficulty. So I want everybody to go over to her um, channel and rate her video and give her a thumbs up while we're over there. You think you all can do that? I can't get
I
to it right
can.
now.
Here, I'll give her a thumbs up right now.
Yeah, we're going to give her a thumbs up right
There's
there.
my thumb, babe.
And I'm just having the heck of a time right now. So let me get over here to me again. There we go. I exited out and I couldn't find it. So put in there she is. Thank you, Marty. Thank you for helping. Perfect. We got a lot of monitors in here. So everybody go over there for a few minutes and say, hi, Judy. Beth sent us over.
Yeah.
And if you're like me, you'll have her up on your iPhone and me up on your iPad, and you can watch both. That's what you could do. How about that? So, anyway, this was fun, and it was columns. This was watercolor, and I could doodle on this now and do some doodlings. I'm going to try using my gel pen. I think this is a gel pen. And I can just do some doodlings in here. Like that. Teresa says the weather is messing with her internet. Oh dear. And I don't know, are we getting any rain, Joe?
I'm not aware of it right now, but
Does it look like it's
it
going to
looks like it's
pucker up?
blowing something
It's trying to
from
pucker up.
from the south, up the north
Love
side.
you too, Teresa. Stay safe. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, everybody coming in. So, anyway, I've just sort of picked this page and I'm just kind of doodling in it. I'm going to do the over and under doodle on this page. So that's on, and this will be under. That'll be under. Everything's going under. And we'll do it again over here. Under and under. How'll that look? Let's try another one over here. Over and under.
Well, that makes it a 3D section.
Doesn't that look cool?
Yeah, because you got it over and under. Oh, oh man, I'm so sorry.
Joe just spilled his root beer all over me.
Oh my gosh, I got to cut my root beer off now.
Whoa, cut your drinking off. You need
Yep.
to dab that up just a little bit with a rag.
I
Get
will.
you get you
I'll get
a rag out of the closet there. It's a cola. It'll stain. It happens. So yeah, over and under, and I can do it again right here. He was admiring my artwork, and he got all flustered, and he dropped his drink. So everybody has to go over and see Juju. Did everybody go over? Let me know when you've gone over. You might want to go over there and stay. Free
what,
random paper drying.
I can sit in the bed listen to her
He's a
talk
he's
and
like
tell
a
a story.
he's like a
Oh
bull
my
in a china
goodness.
shop. I tell you, you guys, a bull in a china shop.
I
Telling
love
you,
listening to her talk.
we're telling
There's
stories.
several people in this group that I just
I tell
totally,
you, Teresa can tell stories too.
yeah,
I enjoy listening to her. She was on about a week or two ago, and she was just talking, and her voice was so soft, and I thought, wow, she could really tell a story with that voice.
yeah.
So we're just doodling a little bit here.
Another one is Janet Nash. Love to listen to
Janet,
Janet.
yep, yep, yep.
Beth and I watch.
Now Juju she tells stories. I've heard her tell stories at night. She'll tell a story before she leaves her on her stream. You all have to get after her and see if you can get her to tell you a story, cause she will. And she'll ask you for the names and different things, and she'll put those in the story. See that? Ain't it look better now that that's done on that page? This is making me cross-eyed here. Let's turn that over. So yeah, this is good. Now I'm gonna go right in the middle of these and just go right down the middle like that, like that. Just add a few more lines to that one. This is called Zentangle. So I did have a list of things to do. Let's see if I can find them. Find my list. Those were prompts. We did that the other day. But I had another list laying around here. Which I can't see it. I was looking for. Um, Here it is. I'm still looking for a set of pencils. They're drawing pencils for sketching, and they're different numbers of pencils. And I have a set of them that belonged to my aunt Nina. And I think they're down underneath my feet. And I got down there earlier, and I couldn't get back up off the floor. So I'll have to look for those at a later time. Now the other day we did some carvings, and we were looking at. We could look at those again if you want. And I also started a new doll book, and I haven't really worked in it yet, but I love it. I do love it, and I've got these coloring dolls in it. And I think I did do one page. Or started one page. I started working on her dress, this one. So I started working doing all these little zentangles, zendoodles, all the way down on her dress. And I think I used my fountain pen because it's real pointy. So here's my doll book. And then I have zentangling. Oh, I'm supposed to show something to Juju. Did she come in here? I was supposed to show my bee book to Juju and Sage. Marty's got a headache. Thank you, Marty. Gentle listening. Okay, sweetie. You can listen and close your eyes. Can you post that on the group when you're done? Of the Zentangles. Yeah, I can. I will, Jennifer. I'll post the round one, the circles. Yes, I can do. I can post it. So let's go back over there. Jennifer is she is she's a coloring girl. She likes to color, And um, I don't know which one she really wants, but I can post them both. This was a cool page, and you can see all the samples of different doodles. And this one was watercolor with doodling on top. Okay. And then in the back of the book, I've got some more things over here. Some girls and more dresses that are just sticking there. And then I have a fairy book, a little bit of, there's only one or two fairies in there. I did this last week. This was a lot of fun. I could do one of these again. I just find a whimsical page and then I draw on it and then I was zen tangling on it as well. You can see where I've been zen tangling. I'm just bouncing tonight. Does anybody have a request? Hi, Sharon. I'm sorry about that, Sharon. I don't have any power over that. Been on for since 6 o'clock. I guess you know my thinking of why YouTube doesn't isn't instant on everything is because it's worldwide. If everybody does something at 6 o'clock, can you imagine how long it'll take for them to get all of that done, posted? If people do things, post something at the same time on a particular day, you know, they have to process everybody, but they can't do it all at once. That's the way I think. You just drew the mushroomy one? Oh, good. Oh, good. So once you get it drawed, then you get to doodle inside the each one of these. I just can't decide what I want to do yet tonight. And I was watching Juju, and Juju has got all kinds. Sharon. Oh, thank you, Sharon. Juju has her desk full of scrappies, papers, and snippets and leftover things, and she's making these little cluster cards or something of the sort. And I feel like doing that too. And I told Juju that I would send her an envelope full of my leftover papers if she wants to send me some of her leftover papers, and then we can make something together. Crafting on the back. Thank you, Esther. That's Juju. So this is fun to do, and then you've got the whole background, and you could just paint it a solid color, I suppose. So anyway, I just need to look at my Zentangle book to find out some other Zentangles to do on this. And I showed you Vanessa's paper clips. Did she ever come in? Did Vanessa come in here? She sent me 2 paper clips. I'll show them again. Isn't that cute? It's a hidden paper clip. There's a paper clip in there, and she's got all her information on the back. March the 5th. Okay, so that's cute. It's kind of like an ACT card with all of her information on the back. Made with love in every stitch. So there are her paper clips. That's just where they're landing. And then I think I'm just going to move on out of this book for a little while and See what else we can find. There's Vanessa. Thank you, Vanessa. I showed your paper clips off. I got them in Happy Mail today. Thank you so much. They're so cute. I should put them over in my other book where I have the information for the paper clip pages, and I don't see my other book, so I can't. I can't. What did I do with it? That's got to be somewhere around here. Not there. Well, anyway, I'll leave it right there for now. So thank you, Vanessa. They are very, 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 very well made, very beautiful. They're very beautiful. So anyway, I'm uh, I'm just wanting to get into trouble tonight, I think. So with that being said, I'm going to get some. I'm going to be like Juju and get some paper scraps out. I'm going rogue. So here are some odds and ends paper scraps, and I couldn't tell you how old they are. That we're going to look into for a second, and I'll make some clusters. Is what I'll do. I'll make some clusters out of some of this stuff. And I've got an envelope in here that's full of table scraps, napkins, all kinds of napkins in there. Woohoo! So we'll use some of that. There's a little napkin. And then I think I have another box. Hi, Donna. Hi. Welcome, Donna. See, we see you. Hello, everybody coming in. So I've got a box over here of scrapped papers. Let's see if I can see it. Let's just see if I can see it. I used to have a box over here. There's tags, ready-made stuff. I've got a cluster box over here. I can get it out. It says clusters. Stickers. We could use some of those. So we're just going to use some of the things on our desk. I got some old things here we could use. And I've got some rickrack. Now I just need to find my stapler. Now that's a $54 question. Okay, so we're going to use these. And I have a stapler around here. I just don't know where it is. I wish it were right here, but it's not. But it's not. I'm going to plug my iPad in. Keep the juice going to it. So I got some stamps over here we can use. I still have this lady. Got some of this. And I got this little book. I made this little book a few weeks ago. And we could put some more stuff in it. I made a shaker card the other day. So I'm just looking for my Looking for it. My stapler. Oh, where, oh, where art thou? But I do have another stapler over here, which is my long stapler. I can use my long stapler. And it's not lost. So if I have to, I'll just use this stapler. How about that? We'll put some of these over here. Clean off my desk again. I don't know. This needs to go over here. It's in the way. So I can use my hot glue gun. I can plug it in, let it warm up. Put this in there. And my scissors, I will be using the scissors. I don't need the paint. And I ran out of room. I got some new paint, and I have to throw out the old paint for the new paint. So I don't know how that's going to happen, but we'll see. We will see. I'm going to put my stapler right there. Put these things over here. I don't need that. There we go. Scooch everything over so we have room. I got some index cards. And I got some crafting supplies. I might be able to use that on my clusters. I'm going to put a rubber band on this. That was one of my hidden paper clips that I did the other day. I can make a few more of those if you all are in need of paper clip samples. And this, I don't know where this came from, but that's tatting. That's tatting, every bit of tatting. We'll use it. We'll see if we can't use it. There's some more paint. I'll put it over here. Getting my table cleaned off so we can work. So we can work a spell. So, and let me get a rubber band for this.
Need some more rubber bands?
Nope, I got plenty. Joe bought me some new rubber bands, and I got tons of them now. So, now,
Hey, glad to be back here again.
Joe's back. Hi,
Hi,
Lynn.
Margaret. Hello, hello.
Lynn has been streaming.
Yeah.
Um, maybe Esther can go find her and put it in the group. Yes, Lynn. Why don't I just make Lynn a monitor? And Lynn, I've made you a monitor. If you want to post your video right here in the link it to us, girl. Hi, Angie. Hi, Margaret.
Hello.
Lynn's got a new video up, and she's going to put it in the link it there. Juju is streaming now. If you have not gone over to say hello to Juju, we must we must go over and see what she's making. See if she's still got a mess on her table. Has anybody gone over yet? Does she have a mess on her table? Thank you, Esther. You're a doll. Anyway, Juju and I are going to swap messes. I told her I'd give her some of my mess if she would give, and she's going to send me some of her mess. So there's going to be some paper. What else did I have over here? I'm going to give her some painting papers. I might even send her that little napkin shell. It's showing all the markers and stickers you own. Okay, Lynn. Great. Yep, a hot fun mess. Okay, Diane.
Was
Thank
that
you.
Dana here?
Diane.
Diana.
Dana's going to be late tonight. She's not going to be home for a little bit. So anyway, I'm looking for some things to make a cluster with, and I'm also looking for some pretty paper to send to Juju. And I remember making things out of this paper. Does that fit in there?
Is that vintage?
No, but it looks vintage, doesn't it?
No, it looks like it's that vintage style.
I'll just send her a snippet of it. So it'll go in that envelope. Yeah. We're looking for a few things here for Juju. There's some vintage paper.
Oh, that's nice.
It's a copy of something.
I used to have one similar to that.
A document.
Uh-huh. It was a.
I made copies of them.
It was a train document, and they kept all the orders and all of the what come in and what goes out back in the old days.
A log, like a log book.
The log book. And I thought that was cool because, the cursive is just a different.
The writing.
The way we write.
Mm-hmm.
And,
old style writing.
Yeah, it's so neat. And,
I can give her a piece of dictionary page too.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna stick it in there.
Well, everybody has their own little look and see how
Mm-hmm.
they like things, and then some other people like the same thing, and some people
This
like.
one says 1907.
How much?
1907.
That might have been something of mine. It was cool. You really had a.
It's in French.
Oh, it's qu'on a en French. Ah.
Ooh la la. Lynn is looking up junk journal ideas. And you're going to go by your phone is charging. Okay, Lynn. Thank you for coming in. Thank you, Lynn.
Good stop. Thank you for stopping by, Lynn.
I feel something wet over here. Like something was spilled. Imagine that.
I'm glad it was root beer instead of coffee.
I think it went all over this drawer, down in the drawer. I don't know. We'll find out later.
Or it might have just splashed.
May have.
I mean, there was a hole in there. But I had almost all of it taken out.
So, yeah. These are all just odds and ends.
They look like 70s.
Papers.
Squares and 70s.
Different kinds of paper for her to make her clusters with. And so there's Scrappy, what I call Scrappy. She's going to love it. She's going to love all this, little bits and bobs. That looks like a diamond ring.
Oh, my.
It does.
It's awful. You're realistic.
I've had it for 100 years.
Huh?
I've had it for 100 years.
Have you?
Mm-hmm.
That might be one of your granny's brooches.
No, I don't think so. Oh, an elephant. Should I send her the elephant? That's wallpaper. I'm not going to use it. Give it to her. Share. Share the love. That's
Oh
what I'm
wow.
doing. I'm sharing the love.
Auntie Brown said she cleaned hers out today in a big bag. There's a lot of that trash
A
out.
lot of trash, huh? She had found a lot of trash. Good. Now this here is, I made several copies of this, and this is written in my grandmother's handwriting. And she wrote down her all of her family and her siblings and their dates of when they were born, and some of them when they died. She remembered at 94 years old, she can remember every bit of this information. But there's Stephen Mount, Sister Nettie Mae Berry Mount, Etta Berry. There was Nettie and Eddie. Etta Berry Barn, Barn. She passed away on August the 18th, 1963. That was Nana's sister. Sylvester Mount, Roy C. Mount,
My goodness.
Rachel Mount Scarberry, and Even Mount.
Wow.
Isn't that something she wrote? She wrote all those down. So I'm going to just send her a copy of some ancient history uh, from my family, so she can have it and she can use it in her whatever she wants to use it in. So anyway, I don't know how much she she's going to send me in an envelope, but got quite a bit in there. I think I'll quit for a spell. Let's see. I think I've got a piece of that in there. See if there's anything new.
That blue, green, and orange and colors right there that reminds me of remember the show called Laugh In?
Yeah, I
The
was getting
balloons.
ready to shout that out.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
balloons are kind of cool,
yeah,
and most definitely dated. Well,
yeah.
that's like at stamping uh, letter stamper that I got from the railroad back in the
My you're talking about the letters I
yeah
have?
the old letters.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think they were back, and I was, if I'm not mistaken, I was probably in the fourth grade.
Okay, I'm gonna put all this back in here. Actually, I'm gonna leave some of it out so we can make some clusters. So this is gonna go to Mama Juju.
Mama Gigi. That sounds like a song. Don't don't cry, Mama Juju. Don't cry, don't
So
cry.
here's my snippet, my clusters, and I do clusters with fabric and paper
Oh yeah.
mixed.
Lace. Lace makes nice clusters and additions.
So let's let's get some of this, and I'm gonna make a little napkin spot. There's a Christmas tree. How'd that get in there?
Ah, that's a half a Christmas tree, isn't it?
Well, it had a little break in the limbs. The
Oh,
limb was broken.
oh.
So I got some little pieces of napkins over here.
Christmas tree. Don't go away.
So we'll just take this and this and this. I'm just taking a few napkins. I like that. That's enough of that. Put that away. Stick that down in here. And then I like to color coordinate some of my papers and fabrics. This fabric, I can use it as my base. And I don't have to cut it straight off. I can cut it off at a diagonal. You can cut it as a diagonal like that to start off with. And this is how I start a snippet. And a lot of times I'll get several lined up in a row. And then I also have a sticker box over here. And you know the stickers that you get off of the return address labels? Well, I used to collect these from everybody I knew who didn't use all of their return addresses. And I would use these in my crafts when I lived up home 20 years ago. And so these are cute to put on your clusters as well. Like this one here is it's a sticker. It says Happy Mother's Day. So I could cut the flower off and use the flower uh,
Yeah.
on this one. And it matches the fabric that I'm working on. So I'm going to use this lid as my tray.
One of
So
the tulips match your color code.
it goes with this. The color scheme. It's a color scheme. And then, but there's lots of stickers in here, and they're just a whole bunch of them. You can use holiday stickers, car stickers. Here's one for Joe. I'll give that one to Joe.
Oh, you know what that was, don't you? That was a Chevrolet.
And I got a bicycle too. I mean a bike.
Oh my.
A bike.
Yeah.
Here, you can tell us about that one too.
Motorcycle. Vroom,
So,
vroom.
so anyway, you can save your little stickles, and this is just a piece of paper, but it says "Listen to life's music." So that's a cool statement. We can use that maybe. I'll make more than one, of course. Just picking out a few things that I like. Here's a couple of cars for Joe.
Oh my.
Here you go. And there's regular stickers in here too. Birds, a lot of flags. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and put some of these back, and I got out a couple, and that's all I need for right this second. There's a turtle. There's a 3-leaf clover, and I like that one. So I got some words. Feel the art. Oh, we could put words on our clusters tonight. So we've got feel the art, pass the art, live the art, lead me to the art, and then take me to your art. And we're going to use these tonight. We're going to use some of these. We will use them. And they'll be like right on top of there's more words in here.
Crafting House with Kitty Jen. Hey. That sounds like a new
That's Jennifer.
movie.
That's Jennifer.
Yeah.
She's been in here. She's been here all night. Where have you been?
I've been sleeping.
So I'm gonna put those on my little tray. We could do things like tickets, other pictures. Uh, we'll come back to that, but we're still in this box. So this is what I've got so far, and I'm going to go ahead and make. I'm going to make three at a time.
3 at a time.
Sounds like a song. And we're starting them off with that particular shade. We can put a piece of lace on it. And I like lace because you can see through it and see what's underneath it. Here's a different piece of lace. That's pretty. That's vintage.
That's tiny vintage.
Mm-hmm. And we could also use ribbons. I got some ribbons made up. So these are brown ribbons. We kind of got a brown tone theme going on. And then for a splash, this is like fall. This must be my fall cluster box because I have the silk leaves in here for the fall clusters. Oh, let's see. Let me see. I got bows and fabric, and I want to put some paper on it. So let's look for some paper. Oh, the napkins. Let's see what color napkins I got here. I've got the black and white going on. There's pumpkins. This is definitely a fall box. It's okay. We like brown things. We like earth tone things. So definitely going to put uh, the tulips on one, and listen to the music is on one, and I'm going to put this one's got words past the art and live the art on that one. So these can go back. I'm making three, trying to stay focused. So, what else could we put on there, guys?
Hmm.
I've got these beautiful. Oh, we haven't put any of the white lace. Do we want the white on there? I don't think we do with the cream. Um, I got these little pins that Margaret gave me.
Thank you, Margaret.
And I'm going to use them on my clusters. Look at these safety pins.
Wow.
So I'm going to take three of these, one for each, and that's how I can put it together. Save those for later. And I want to get a piece of napkin in here. So I need to find a napkin that would be an accent. And I'm thinking a little bit of this one. Stamps would be good. I can cut this one in half. This will be good for two. Let me get some vintage stamps. And we're going to layer these up in just a few minutes. One more little piece of napkin. Let's use this one. Actually, it's tissue paper. So we're going to have layers.
Yeah.
We're going to have a few layers. Then, this a doily. I love using doilies on my clusters. Doilies are cute.
There we go.
And still finding stuff in this envelope.
12:57 going down the tracks. Headed out toward
Here's
New York City.
another good one for this page. All right. Now I need a piece of I need a piece of paper that would look good on here. And you can you could use strips like like that. Just a strip of paper is all you need. And I'm going to go for this particular polka dot. And I guess I can use this on one. So what I'm going to do now, I've got enough things. So I'm going to bring my tray back and I'm going to put them together. Let's put them together. Who else came in?
Got a whole small box of fabric.
Hi, Barry. Barry's in the house, Joe.
I see that. I'm just
He's been fooling around with CBs this week. Do you know anything about CB radios?
CB radios. It's been a long time. Been a long time. They're cool. Storm radios. Good weather projection from them people. They got a good story.
So what I'm going to do is this is going to be my first one. So I started off with this and a piece of lace. So I'm going to pretend this is my focal point right here on this in the middle of right here. And I'm going to make everything go on that center point. You could use a stick pin if you want, but I'm trying to show you how to feather out. I'll use a pen here. So this is going to be the middle of my cluster. Okay, on my fabric's going to be the bottom. So I'm going to put everything else on here now, and it's going to go around in a circle. And all I have to have is a little bit on the center part. You can glue this together. You could use your hot glue gun. You could staple it together. But everything you go around, every time you go around, you can still see the very first piece. You can still see the lace. You can see everything that I'm putting on here by going around in a circle. And so here's uh, my words. I'm going to use this one over here so you all can see what I'm talking about. Like that.
Oh my, be careful.
And so that's the center. Okay. So this is the focal point that I want. So what I can do is take the pin out and I can put a stapler in right there. Right there's my stapler. There was the hole that I had my pin in right beside it. I got all of the layers on here. Nothing's going to fall off. Now I'm going to continue with my safety pin and I'm going to put it on as a decoration. And so I can go through a couple of the pieces or all of the pieces. It doesn't matter. And this is for looks. So I got my safety pin on there as a pretty. There's my cluster, but I've got the bow too. What did I do with the bow? What did I do with the bow? So I have a bow to put on here. Now I'm just going to glue my bow on with my hot glue gun. I'm just going to put a little dot.
Just a little blob.
Not a whole lot. Just enough for my little bow to go on there. And that is a perfect cluster, guys. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 items. There's 8 items on this
Yeah.
on this piece.
Thank you.
Okay, let's do another one. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to use, or not, you can do it differently. So my center is going to be over here because I want the fabric to lay off. And then I'm going to put my lace right there. I'm going to put this card. I'm going to put this stamp. I'm going to put this lace. And I'm going to put this napkin. And I'm going to put this sticker.
I can see it now, girls. She's gonna have me start cutting little pieces of wood, flat wood, and putting little tacks in it so that the tacks stick up. You can start putting these together real quick, just the way you want them. Yeah,
Pass the art. And then I staple.
yeah.
Is everything going to stay?
I'm
I think
ready.
it is. It's going to stay. So then I have my safety pin to put on.
Yeah,
A little dapple do you. That's right.
yeah.
And these safety pins are for looks. They're not real pointy for to stick in your clothes. They're kind of a dull.
Well, they got
But
glitter on them,
anyway,
don't
look
they?
at
Look at
that.
the glitter.
Yeah, they're jewels. They're diamonds.
Yeah.
So you see all these little layers over here? There they are. Now I got to glue the bow on.
Now, how do you know where you put the bow?
You
Uh,
put the bow wherever you want
well, I
because
know,
you
but
got the glue gun
what's the best choice of putting the bow on?
wherever you feel like it.
Is it a
It's close to the center.
metal focal point?
It's close to the center. It's a focal point. You can see the words past the art.
Oh
You can
yeah,
see the, the, the tulips.
good love.
So there you go.
There you go.
Any other ideas you got? There's tons of ideas.
Each piece of
So
paper or each piece of cloth gives you a perspective of a different view.
Diane says April's desk is messy. Juju's desk is messy. Now Beth's desk is messy.
But you can't see this.
It's all here. Yeah. So I'm working on my third. I'm going to put one of these clusters in Juju's envelope along with her extra stuff that came off of the out of the bag. So yeah. So we're going to go to the last one, and we're going to take the fabric.
Yeah.
Do you want me to put it on the pin again? Did you like that? So here's a pin, and I'm going to put it in the corner of this fabric right here. And you can take your fabric and fray it if you want to fray the ends. That would be cute to fray it, rough it up a little bit.
Better get in on this, Angela.
So there's the pin. That's going to be my center
Put
of
some
my
rose
cluster.
designs.
I got a little piece of lace. I've got a piece of tissue paper. And I've got another piece of napkin. And I got a piece of uh, cardstock paper. And I want to put a real stamp on it. So I have in my possession, I have a little box over here with some stamps in it. So let's just, I have no idea where the box
Oh,
came
Marty
from.
likes it.
No idea where the box came from, but I think I've got some stamps in here. Let's see if I can find one that kind of goes with. This goes with. Just put that on there. And then I need a word. Feel the art. So here is my center of my pen. I'm just fumbles, all fumbles today. So I'm going to put my staple right here between the feel the art. I'm going to take my straight pen out and I'll staple it right there. And I have to staple it on the table because I got a big stapler over here. So there's everything. There's the fabric and the papers and the napkin and the lace. And so there's a little cluster, and then I'm going to take a little bit of a hot glue gun and glue my bow on. And there it is. Now, I was watching what Vanessa said. We could put. I got to put the pen on yet. We could also put this on a hidden paper clip. And I just happened to have one that I made from last earlier this week. So we could glue our cluster on this paper clip. And of course, I'm going to use my safety pin as a decorative piece. So I'm going to poke it through that paper right there.
It's a dual reference.
There we go. I think I tried to go through my nail.
Oh my gosh.
I think I've got a hole in my nail. So here's my safety pin, and I'll fix it up. And then here's my hidden paper clip, and I can glue it on the front or the back. It doesn't matter. And I'm going to use the hot glue gun tonight because it'll dry faster. If you use a regular glue, you could use regular glue. So a little bit of glue and a little bit of a cluster on that. Look at that hidden paper clip.
Cindy does
Hi, Cindy.
all kinds of stuff.
Candy's here. Hello, everybody. Diane's puppy, the horse dog sitting. She's got a dog that she's got to walk, and it's big. It's a big dog. Hi, Janet Nash. Pretty clusters. Yeah, we made some clusters, and I like the idea of putting them on the hidden paper clip. So, so shall we make more? So, Janet's been in the background with the boys. Hi, Ben. Hi, Sam. How do you do, guys? Are y'all playing a game? They play board games. I would love to be in their house. They like to play games. So, there we go. And hi, Dana. If you all haven't gone over to see Juju, you need to go over and see her tonight. She's doing some kind of a streamathon. She wants to get her desk cleaned off. So now I'm ready for some more makings. I've used this side, so I'm gonna make two at a time now. So what color should we use this time? We did the browns. Oh, look, there's burlap. Ooh, I like burlap. This is a great fall clusters. I'm stealing the things from the fall cluster box. There's a pretty fabric. We're going to use that. And I want a piece of lace, and I'm going to go with white. And a little piece of lace. This has got some white on it. Then I'll get me a couple of bows. There's yellow bows. I'll get some yellow bows. There's a piece of yellow ribbon. We'll use the yellow bows on this one. And what else can we use? We can get some paper. Let's get some paper that goes with this out of the scrap paper. This would look good with it. Colorful. So I'm just going to cut this in half and put one for each. Then we can use, there's another doily. We can use this doily on both. I can cut it in half. And we'll use the doily. I wanted to use some of this rickrack. So let's see how to open the rickrack.
Our clock's gonna change some tonight, did they?
What's that? No, it's Europe's.
Oh, you're
Chime change has already changed. So I'm going to use this Ricky Rack. Gotta have a little bit of Ricky Rack on there. Let me find another piece here. So they'll have Ricky Rack on there. And what else do we need? Shall we leave it at that? Is that enough? Oh, I can put. I've got more safety pins. I can get more safety pins.
they're all going to bed now.
Everybody's going to bed. Janet Nash is going to bed here shortly. She put a rabbit in the chat. Does that mean we need to do some kind of a rabbit? I'd like to paint another rabbit. So I'm putting some of these scrappy doodles away. And we'll move on. After I make these two, I'll make these two, and then we'll move on to something else. So let's get two more safety pins. For those. Having a ball on my desk. Having a ball. And this needs to be fixed up. And I can put it in the ribbon box. Oh, I forgot about the tat. Let me get my scissors. We're going to put some tatting on the very top of it. Tatting is wonderful. And let's see what we've got here. And there's more things that you can do. You can even put beads on these. Beads would look fabulous. Sequins, buttons. We can do a button. I got a button box. I got a button box right here, and there's a button right there. It's yellow. I'm going to use that button. It's for something. It's yellow, and this one's going to have a butterfly. So there, a couple of buttons, sequins, bling, glitter glue, you name it. You can put it on here. So let's see if I can get down to the bottom of this. And I'm going to use my pen. So I'm going to go to the corner of this side of the fabric. And then I'm going to put my burlap on. And then I'm going to put my lace. I got a little piece of lace. And I'm kind of going around in a circle. I've got a piece of paper. I think it'll go over here. I've got a paper doily. We'll put it on. We'll put it on right here. And then I've got some rookie rack right there. And I've got a sticker that I can put on the paper. And then I've got the tat. The tatting's going to go right there. And there's my pen, and I'm going to staple it right there. That's where my staple's going to go because it's going to hit everything that I put on here, the stapler. You could also glue them, hot glue. Don't tell me. I'm out of staples. I'm out of staples. Okay. Okay. We've got more staples. Fear not. Fear not. Oh, I got another stapler. Let's use this one. This is a tiny stapler. If I can pick all that up in one hand, let's see if I can get it all. Don't tell me this one doesn't have any staples either. But I have the staplers right here. Okay, we're going to start all over on that one. And we're going to put some staplers in my stapler. Let's see how I do it. Uh, I don't know how to do it. I think it has a part, a missing part. Or it's up in there. I don't know how to work it. But I remember something coming down this way. Okay, I'm looking for the staplers. Let's look for the staplers. I have to get over here to get to the staplers. There's some more tags. All right. Looking for some staplers. Here we go. We got some big ones. Okay, I'll have to find out why I can't get that other one on. I think it's missing a part. I think, but I don't know. Maybe Joe could help me fix it when he gets back in here. So, put this back over there. Okay. Um, I'll have to leave this out for Joe to figure it out. And here's the little staplers that go with it. But here's the big staplers. So I can put these in here somehow. Somehow. Come on. There we go. I don't know if you can see my stapler over here. A little bit. Okay. So there's my staplers. So I'm going to start this one all over. I took the pen out. So I'll do one more example with the pen. The pen's a good idea. This is going to be the center of my cluster. And I'm going to put everything on the pen that the center is going to be off centered because I want the cluster to be round and bigger. So I'm putting a little bit of fabric, burlap. I've got some scrapbooking paper. I've got, where's the rest of it? I had, here it is. I have some Ricky Rack. And I have a paper doily. Everything's going on the pen. So when I staple this together and a piece of tatting, real tatting, and it's going on in the middle there. It's going to be seen on top. And then I will be using a word, and it says, lead me to the art. So I'm going to put the tatting on top of it. So I'm going to put this on. And I got a word. And we can put this, we can move these around to wherever you want them on the circle before you staple it together. You could always hot glue it together. And I'm going to be stapling it. So there's my tatting. And I don't mind it being just like it is. It's just kind of natural. I'm going to leave it just like that. And we'll take my pen out. And I'm going to keep my thumb right there so I'll know where to staple. And I'm going to staple across. And hopefully everything will be. Now, why won't it work? I don't know. I can't get my stapler to work. Okay, so I am going to, oh, then maybe that's it. Something clicked. Okay, so the stapler's out. So I'm going to start all over and I'm going to use the hot glue gun. So I'm going to put my hot glue gun over here on this end, a little dab. Then I'm going to add the burlap. Add a little more glue, and I'm just going to do layers. So here is some lace. Here is some paper. If all else fails, you use hot glue gun. You could sew it. And here we go with just a tiny dab, a piece of Rick Rack, and a piece of paper dolly, and we're going to put on a piece of Lead Me to the Art. This is my cluster. It's natural. Then I'm going to put over here my I will put my tatting, and on top of the tatting I will put a button, and this is kind of like a ribbon button. And then on top of that, or below that, I'm going to put my I'm going to use my fancy safety pin and go through some of this, some of the fabric, some of the paper, and then attach my safety pin. And then, that looks good. And then I get to put the bow. So do I want the bow up there or down here? I think I'm going to put it down here. So I'm going one last little dab of glue for the bow. And there's my cluster. I got one more to glue together and then we'll be done and we'll start something else. Cindy's eating cake. Ooh. I've got to get off of sugar-free stuff. I have to get on to sugar-free. Okay, last cluster. I think they're just darling. I think they're all just as cute as can be. Look at that. And they're made with scraps. Okay, scraps. So I've got my bottom fabric, and I'm going to pick a center. For my center, it's going to be right over here on this piece. So I'll know where to put the staple. So I'm going to put a little bit of burlap. I'm going to put a little bit of ribbon, or lace rather. I've got a little bit of uh, paper doily. I've got a piece of paper, scrapbooking paper. I've got a sticker, and I'll put it on the scrapbooking paper. Little sticker. I have my Ricky Rack. We'll put it on. And then this will be stapled. There we go. There's my Ricky Rack. Uh, you can move things around however you want to put them. I'm going to pull my stick pin out, and I'm going to. I was going to glue all these. I forgot. I was going to try to use the stapler again. So I'll put a little glue down on each one, each layer. Each layer has a little bit of glue. to catch each other. Okay, so there's my cluster. And the last thing I have left is a button and a piece of lace or tat. I'm going to put my button up here. It's a little wooden button. So it's going up here. And then I can put my tatting down. Little piece of tat. And then my, I need a word. Let's pass the art. Let's pass the art. This is going to be the last one of these for now. So I can put that right under the butterfly for the center. It's a cluster. And I'm going to put my safety pin on. And I'm going to go right through to the back and back up to the front. And I'll go through that little tat piece to stabilize it. Safety pin it. There's my safety pin. And then I have a bow. A bow. And I think I'm going to put the bow right underneath the past the art. Right like that. Now, for me, but maybe not for you, for example, this piece is maybe too long. Maybe you don't want that piece there. So I would get my pinking shears and just, I'm going to cut it on a diagonal to give it more interest. And I'll cut that off to match that piece there. And then over here on this piece, I'm going to cut it too. And I'm going to cut it on the diagonal. So even this piece right here seems to be in the way. So if you go around your cluster to even it up, it looks good. Does that look good? Esther says, I'm sitting here with my big box of saved postage stamps, trimming the paper off. Then I'm going to make a master board using them. Yes, and then cut up for ACT postcards. Very good. So that's the last of the, that one's trimmed. And then let's look at these. Do these need to be trimmed? Or do you want to leave them like as is? I'm going to leave that one as is. It's sticking out, but I like it. It looks good. It looks good. It looks okay to me. And then this one I glued to a paper clip, so I like it sticking out all over. So anyway, these were our clusters that we made, and they look okay. It's whatever your eye makes on it. So I like it. I'm going to leave them. And if you wanted to, you could still put a button on that one. Let's see if we can find any more buttons. Buttons are fun. So let's look for some buttons. I also have some flat back things back here. Oh, that looks good on that one. Let's put this one on that one. Yeah, we're going to put that button on that. It's kind of a pink, and it matches the pink on the paper. A little dab of glue, and a button. Now, if you wanted to, you could take and sew your button, put thread in it, and make a thread bow in it. Yes, you can. And if you don't like the way that's flapping off back here, you can put a little dot of glue and glue it to that paper. There we go. So they're easy to make and fix and play with. This one says love. Oh, I could put a love on one. See if I have room. I like the paper, the safety pin. I don't think I need the love. We'll save that for another day. I've got some little flat back things down here too. Oh, there's a button. That's cute. This is kind of a purplish. It looks like it's purple. And it'll go good with that paper too. Let's go over here to one of these. So I'm just going to put that right there. Put a dab of glue, a little dot of glue, and then the button. Put a button on it. And one more. I found a bow tie that's a flat back. And I'm gonna put it right here. See that little bow tie right there? It was a flat back in the button box. So there you go. There's our clusters. We're going to put all these other little things up. I'll put my pen back. All right. Aren't they cute? I like them. So I'm going to take a quick little picture. A little picture as soon as I find my phone. I think it would look good on a piece of black paper. I made 5. Okay, so they are great. I love them. So that was all because of Mama Judy on the back 40. She's the one who got me into this, getting all these little scrappy doos out. She's the culprit. Like I said, she's doing a marathon tonight. So if anybody wants to go over and see how she's doing and see what she's up to and all that jazz, see what she is into. I'm just using get some of these things out of the way in here and sharing. I'm sharing the love. Putting some of this in her in her bag. Some old stickers, some new stickers. I'll even put a dog in there. So, okay, so there's that. Let me find this. Where am I going to put these? Where am I going to store these? I don't know where I'm going to put them. I have no idea. So I'm going to put the stickers away. These are my old stickers. I still get in them and use them, so I can put them back over on the shelf. And then this here is my scrappy bag that I use from time to time. So I'm back down to the bottom of my desk. All right. So uh, I don't know why I've just been so indecisive tonight on what I want to do. I want to do what Esther's doing. How about if I use my old scrappy papers and make a master board, and then the master board can be cut up into ACTs. Could I do that? Uh, I could do that. So if I use something for the background, sounds like a plan. Cindy says, Happy Mail? Yeah, I could put it in Happy Mail. All right, I'm going to get a piece of paper. And it just so happens that I have a bunch of red paper, red cardstock. I've got more over there, and I've been giving it out all winter. But anyway, I'm going to glue everything on here, and then I can cut this out to be in ACT cards. So the first thing I'm going to show you how to do, you know, I can put 1, 2, 3, and 3, and 3, and make 9 cards on this paper, 9 ACT cards. But there is a way where you can get 10. If you want to be frugal and get an extra card, this is how you do it. You get you a ruler. And of course, I don't see my ruler. All right. Here's a ruler. Here's a ruler. So, what I want to do, I've got ink on it. Ew. Okay, that's all right. Won't hurt a thing. Cardstock or watercolor. This is cardstock. So, I want to make, um, it's 2.5 by 3.5. Okay. So, I want to go 3.5 here. And then over here, I should have 5 inches. I do. So in the middle of 5 is 2.5. So if this is 3.5, then I need to make this side 2.5. So, and I'm going to do the same thing down here on this end. I'm going to go 5, and I'll go 2.5, 2.5, and then this is 3.5. So here I want to go uh, another 2.5 and a 2.5 and a 2.5. So I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards right here. So this one's going to be, now I got to do the center part. So down this side, I can make a mark. And all of these are going to be 2.5 cards. So you can measure them or you can eyeball them and make 2.5 there. I'm using a gel pen, and it is a messy pen. It's a blobby pen. So there's ATC cards right here. There's 4. Here is 4. And then over here, I'm going to have 6. So I need to go down. There's 2.5 there, 2.5 there. I can connect the 2.5 lines. It's kind of like a little puzzle. and I enjoy doing it. It makes my brain think. So these are 2.5s, and I'm going to go down 3.5 on the bottom of this card, right there, and over here. So I can draw a line here, and I've got two more ACTs, and I'm going to do that again 2 more times. There's 3.5 and a mark, and another 3.5 and a mark, and there's 3.5. Is that right? 3.5 and 3.5. I made it a little bit longer, just a little bit, and then another 3.5 right here. So all I have to do is connect these dots, this one and this one, and this one and this one. And this is how you get 10 ACT cards. I'm off. I think I'm off on the top one. No, it says 3.5. So anyway, I may be off a little bit, but that's the gesture of the ACT cards. So I want to glue on this side. So after I glue, I can cut them out with this as my guide. So I'm going to go back over here and get my paper back out and see what I can have to put down. And I'm going to tear, I want to tear some of the paper. Uh, and make designs. So there's some paper. So let's try this much and just see how this goes. So I can use big pieces or little pieces. I can use long pieces or short pieces. I can do anything I want. If I want to do strips across, that would be cute. I can be exact and use my paper cutter. So let's see if we can use my paper cutter. I'm going to put this on the 1 inch, mark. There's 2 of those. Just try it again. One inch, 1 inch. So I'm making a master board out of this scrap paper. I'm making a master board. Now, if I'd gone 2 inches, I would be done a lot faster. What was I thinking? Oh, it'll go fast. We'll make it. It'll be all right. Here's 2 pieces. Okay. Here's another piece. I've never done it this way before. It just says I could use different sizes. I can. I can do anything I want. I'm going to use different sizes in length. I'm going to let them go off the edge of the paper in different lengths. So it'll be like a floorboard, or like you're laying flooring down in the, and all of them, the seams are at different edge, at different points. Right? You'll see. It's going to look good. Here's another piece. I think I got some of that. I don't have this one. Oh, this one's all tore up. Let's try this one. Okay. I gotta get this one in there. It's pretty. Straighten it up. And one more of those. Good deal. I got a little bit of that one. Okay. So let's just try this much and see how much we have. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue them down this way, but their starting point's not going to be the same. Like this one's going to be right here. And then I'll put this one at this end right there. So does that make sense? So do I want to use a glue stick or wet glue? A glue stick or wet glue? Okay, so I'm going to put some glue down here. It is heavy paper. And I will use a credit card to smush it out around and about. So I'm going to put this one down first because it's purple. That's the only reason why. And I'm going to put this one back the next page, because it has sparkles on it. And then I'm going to go with something else over here. and it's going to end right there. And then I'll get another collar of something else, and the red is deceiving because you're not going to really see any of this red, that red. So there's one. I'm going off the page over here on this side because it's ripped on the edges, and I can trim that off. So let's get some of this. Cover that little line up. And there's 3 rows. So I can take my scissors and trim this one off. And I can trim this edge off as I go. What do y'all think? Okay, Esther, have a good dinner. So I'm going to add some more of, don't need this one again. I need to add, see what kind of paper we want to use next. I haven't used this one. And see, I could go from this, instead of this side and this line being there, I can go over here to this side. That's what we're going to do with that one. And then the same thing with this one. And see, this might turn out to be a little piece that we might use. I think that needs glued down some more, but we'll see. And I can use this one, and I can use this one, and this one, and this one. Just kind of planning it out a little bit. And this can go like right there, and this can go right there. And then I need a long one. Might need a short one. How's this long one doing? We can use this long one right there. And maybe put another color there. I got this one. Try this one. And come on. Trying to spread out the colors. I need some more of these. This one right there. Okay. So we're going to put that on there. Actually, I want to put all of it on there. Like that. And that one there. And that one there. I need a little one up here. And I need some different colors. I need some more strips. Put one of these in there. Again. So, how's everybody doing? So, I need some more 1 inch. Like that. Like that. Okay, there's some. 2 more pieces. Maybe that'll help us get through it. That'll help us get through. So, let's do this and this. Okay, so let's start gluing some more. I still need, I think I put one of these up here. Okay, we're going to get most of it done. We'll get most of it done. So we'll put some more glue down. And I have a credit card right here. So let's put this one here. And this one here. And then this one here. And this one here. And get some more glue. And use my card. How's it looking? Is it looking okay? I lost one of my papers. And then this one. And then I'm going to use my card, smush it down a little bit. Okay. And I don't think I have this on here yet. So we want to put some more glue down. and spread it around. And put another piece down. So we want some red. And I need some of this. Okay. And did I have this one down yet? I don't think so. We'll put this one there. And this one there. Okay. I might use my credit card and squish a little bit down. Like that. And then I want some, I need some of this one. And I need some of this one. Okay, what do we got? There. And I need one little piece right there. What's it going to be? Oh, here, this one. Perfect. Now, there is one little strip of down here, but it's not going to hurt anything. It's not going to show. We're going to cut that part off. So I'm going to trim this up a piece on this side. Like that. And then I'll trim this side. And I've got a master board. So I'm going to take this little bit of glue here and just glue on top a little. Just a little. Just a little bit of glue. So this is my master board. So all I have left to do is use a vocal point. So whatever I want to use on my ACT cards. So I can go ahead and cut these apart. And I don't mind cutting them by hand. So I'm going to cut them by apart. And this is how you get 10 cards versus 9 cards. out of a sheet of paper. And this is kind of like on the diagonal. That's all right. We'll fix it. We'll even them up. And it was fun. It was like a craft project. Hi, Angela. Get in here, girl. All right. She's in a business meeting. Woohoo! Gotta have those business meetings. So, are y'all ready to see what the other side looks like now that I've got them cut apart? I haven't seen them since I cut them up. This is the magic right now. Y'all ready? So this was our uh, this was the last of the red paper that I didn't need. The bottom part that's wasted. That's all that's wasted. Versus you would have some more cardstock with another ATC worth. But anyway, so let's turn them over and see how we did. Y'all ready? And I'm going to be like Juju. Everything on my desk tonight, if it's left over, it's going over there in the white bucket. So here we go. I'm going to flip them over now. You ready? See if I can get a whole bunch of them together. Here they are. So this one goes up and down. This one goes up and down. They're going to be different. They're all going to have a little bit of something, something. And I think I'm going to trim that little piece off. Well, nope, it's stuck. I'm not going to trim it. Okay, here's another one. There's 10 of them here. These go this way. And you know what would be fun? Is to put them back together like a puzzle. Wouldn't that be fun? That would be challenging. I know the first one, this has to be the first one because I know I started with that purple. Yeah, let's see if we can put them together just for fun. So no, it doesn't fit. Not that one. This one and this one go together, I bet. Yes, they do. And then this one, nope. This one, nope. This one, yes. So we know the short ones, tall ones are going to be this direction. So this is going to be this direction. This is going to be this direction. This one's going to be this direction, this direction, this direction, and these two directions. Oh, we're going to get a puzzle. So was it the red at the very bottom and the green? Nope. There's a green. There's a green. These two look like they go together. Dog alert. So this one and this one, they go together. These two go together. And then these two go together. I got half of the puzzle right there. So now I just have to match these up. That one goes there. And this one goes here. And this one goes here. That was easy. That was just way too easy. That was way too easy. But anyway, now we have ACT cards. So what we got to do now is find 10 pictures. 10 pictures to put on these. And I've got the I've got cutout books. Uh, what do you call them? I've got these books, the clip art. I've got angels. Do I have little enough angels? A little angel. I think these are all big. Yeah, these are all big. There's no little ones in here. We'll do something with these. We'll make a page. We'll make a book out of them or something. I got plans for that one. Don't you worry. Here's a collage book. Let's see what's in here. Tags. This is Christmas. It's all Christmas tags. That's why, they should have had Christmas on this. Why didn't they? I liked it because of the colors, but it's all Christmassy. So we'll have to make these up for Christmas time. So that's no fun. No fun at all in this one. But we'll save the girls, and we can paint these girls. They don't have to be Christmassy to paint. I can make them spring, and I can still use this bird. So we could still use this, but just not on these cards. Right, yeah. All right. I've got another book over here that has ponies. This would be a good one to put on here. Put these horses, and they're the right size. So let's find some horsies to put in here. Let's find some horsies. This is called Painted Ponies, and it is a used book that I probably paid $3 or $4 for, and I'm going to use it for ATC cards today. So I can put that horse on one of these. So all I have to do is cut the horse out in this field. Let's try that. And I'll cut the horse out. But that's how much of it I need. So I can just cut out around it like that. So there's one horsey. Look at these. I could use all of these. I like this one and this one. And you see that they would fit on here if I cut them out. So I'm just going to take this whole page. I don't know that I like this one because I can't see his eye. But see, this one sort of see his eyes are right here. It's like they're not finished. But I do like a lot of those. Let's find some more. And these are collector horses, I think. They're ornaments and things. They're collectors. This one's going to be too big because of his ears. Keep looking. There's more. These are little guys. There's a peppermint horse. They're all holidays. The artist. So they give you the horse and you get to paint it. Paint your very own pony kit. Wow. That's pretty cool. Paint your own pony. Here's one. And I like him. Dog and Pony Show. Okay. Hi, Lynn. You got a question? Okay, I'm all yours, Lynn. Okay, ask me away. I won't. I'm right here. I'm all yours. Ask me away. I won't go anywhere. I got an answer. If you got a question, I got an answer. Here's the receipt. It doesn't have a price on it. It was from aisle 22, bay 5. Pretty horses. Junk journaling. Okay. Well, I've got an answer for you. Junk journals. We do junk journals. I don't know how many I've got out. Okay, here's some more. I like this one. I just need 10. Oh, your phone's charging. Okay. Lynn, shoot me a message. Um, I junk journaling is great. I understand, Lynn. Your phone's tired. I can ask you can ask it to me later or message it to me, and then I'll tell the girls. So here's a few more. Let's see if this will be enough. So there's two. And three. I'm gonna fussy cut these horses out. There's three. What did I say? One, two, three, four. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, that's what we're going to do. We're going to use these horses. So sometimes you can get a used book like this horsey magazine, and it's almost like one of those clip art books that you buy, that have all the clip art in it. And you can buy those books for like 15, 14, $15. And I'm sure I just paid $3 or $4 for that book because I go to the used bookstores online. Just saying, you could be frugal if we want to. So, and check your secondhand stores. They have, they'll have all kinds of books to look through. So I'm going to use this one here. So what I'm going to do is fussy cut them out. Fussy cut. Without the cussing. When I don't add much writing, sometimes I feel I'm not a true journal. Okay, journaling. I don't journal. I do not journal. I just make them. And my books are more like glue books. My junk journals. Yes, Lynn. I totally get you. And but some people like to journal, and they use, you can make up little cards, and then they can journal like on the back of the cards and things like that. Yeah, I totally get it. I don't i don't i don't junk journal. I don't journal in my junk journals. No, you don't ever feel bad. You, that's why I'm here. Lynn, you're the reason I'm here. You're not bugging me, never ever. So, so, but junk journaling is to me a glue book, just an old fashioned glue book. So, yeah, I got tons of them. I got tons of them. I got lots of junk journals. As a matter of fact, it's 8:30. Let me put my horses on the back burner now. We made a master board, and we made some got some horses to cut out. And what I'll do is take a picture of some of these, and for the Facebook group. And I'm going to get a junk journal out for you and do a flip through. Yes, you can add everything to your junk journal: fabric, paper, napkins. Yes, ma'am. So I'm going to leave these all together, and I'll be working on these again soon. I'm going to get a junk journal out and show you. Let me get a junk journal out. I got tons of them. See, we want a real junk journal. We want a real junk journal. A junk journal. That's a Christmas card book. Tag swaps. I'm looking for a junk journal, guys. Hang on. There's my box book. Okay. Let me look. What would be a good example of a junk journal. I know I've got junk journals in here. And a lot of times I do themed books. Some of my books are themed, and here's an oldie. Here's an oldie. I got a couple to show you. So when you do a junk journal, you can have a theme if you want to do a theme. I do lots of themed books. I've got a bee book, a fox book, a bird book, a napkin book, a chicken book. I've got several books where I do journaling. It's all junk journals to me. And like this journal here is an envelope journal, and it's made out of envelopes. So it's a flip book. It's got all kinds of little flippies. The envelopes flip down, and then you put things inside the in here. You put things in here. They flip up, and you put things in here in your flip book. It flips every which way, and there's all kinds of pockets. It's made out of envelopes. This would be a junk journal, but the theme was envelopes. I used stickers and glue pages. I glued everything down on here with the glue. And this is an envelope journal, junk journal. And there is some paper in here. Woo-hoo! I might need to take that out. I'm going to steal the paper. So this is an envelope journal. It's got napkin on this side. Okay. You got a blank journal. Okay. And you can use your coloring pages, your mandalas. Yeah. So this would be considered an envelope journal. It's junk. Here is a junk journal, and I've got a piece of ribbon here. I've got painty papers, and I've got tape on the back side of it, like duct tape or something of the sort. Now this book here, let's see what we got in here. We've got junk paper. Here's a flyer from a seed magazine. Here is an antique page. Here's another something from the mail. This is from a date book. You got all of these papers in here that don't make sense to nothing, but they're in here, and they're all tied in with a piece of thread. Okay, you can take these pictures. You can take this page out if you want to work on. This one's a flip out. You can take this page out and work on it and journal on it if you want to. But that's the first signature. This one has a pocket, and it's made out of kitchen paper, cooking paper, baking paper. Here's another pocket up here, and it's got a few things in it for this off of the date, 2019. Here's a piece of cardboard. Whatever you want to put in your junk journal is perfectly acceptable. So here's the first signature in this junk journal. Now over here we've got some antique paper, another piece of book paper, scrapbooking paper. I've got a cellophane bag in here that I can use to put something in here, or I can take it out and use it. I've got some painty papers and some more of those just leftover desk papers. And this is junk. This is the second signature. Okay. And inside the second signature, you can add things, but this is the second signature. This is also called a flow book, where you can pull things out of it and use it in your art at a later time. This could be a collection of napkins, or a collection of stationery, or a collection of any other kind of papers that you don't know what to do with. So you store them in this book, and then you get this book out and use it in your art, and thumb through and see what you like and see what you want. It's a flow book. So anyway, here's some more scrapbooking paper. I've got a piece of bubble wrap. I've got there's a game book in here, some more antique papers. Here's a to-do list. This is a junk journal. A junk journal is all kinds of a conglomeration of anything and everything in your junk room, in your art room. So, Lynn, I hope this helps you out. I hope it helps to help you out. Help you out. Here's a bag in here, and I've got some postcards in the pocket. I've got some napkins in another cellophane bag in here. I can use these napkins in my art. I can use them. I've got some sticky notes in here, tabs. Here's another piece of scrapbook paper. And there's a mandala. There's a mandala. I can take this mandala out and use it somewhere else in my art. Here's a coloring page. I've got a piece of aluminum foil. Don't ask me. I don't remember. And another piece of the seed catalog, flower catalog, and some more journaling paper. But I don't journal. I glue. I glue in my book. This is a flow book, and that is a junk journal type of junk journal. All kinds of all, all kinds of fun stuff in there. Okay. Here is another book that I made, and it's a pocket book. It's got a closure. It's got this ribbon or lace as a closure. It's decorated with a paper clip, a tiny paper clip, and it's got a tassel and a key and some buttons, and it's got a little person, a doll. There's a doily on the back of the spine. That's a good way to use your doilies. I love it. Love it. So I open this one up, and it's all pockets. This is scrapbook paper, and it's the cardstock size. It's double printed. So I've got pockets on every single page. Did you stuck this together because I use composition notebooks? Sometimes I do regular writing journals. You can make a journal out of a composition notebook too. Yes, you can. You can just glue pictures down. Cut you some pictures out of a magazine and glue them down in your books. So this is made out of with pockets. And at one time I had some dolls in this pocket. This is an ATC made by Janet Nash, and it's made out of fabric. So you can use fabric, you can use tissue paper, scrapbook paper. This is another junk journal that I made. This is made out of an old textbook. I covered it with wallpaper, and it's got three signatures in it. Three signatures right here, and they're glued in, stapled in, and tied in. And so this book is ready. It's a journal. You can write on it, or glue in it. And I haven't done anything else other than make some pockets. I made pockets throughout the book. I've got a napkin down. This is in progress. There's a belly band. There's some stickers. I think I was going to do some kind of a tropical theme. So there's another palm tree on some paper. Mermaids. I do have a mermaid book. Work like a captain and play like a pirate. It's got an ocean theme. There's another belly band. Another belly band. There's a lighthouse. So this would be a good mermaid book. And I do have mermaids over here as we speak. I've got this little mermaid book that I haven't used yet, but I want to. Exactly. Everybody makes their own junk journals differently. You can make them. There's no right or wrong way to make a junk journal. There's no wrong or right way to make a journal. So I can go into this clip art book that I have or a magazine, and I can tear out one of the sheets and do some fussy cutting or just regular trimming of this. It's kind of on both sides. So I'm going to trim these pictures out. And then I can glue these pictures in my book, or I can stick them in the pockets. So whatever you want to do in your book is what you want to do. If you're just using a composition notebook, then you're going to take some pictures and glue in there, and you're going to draw in your art book, in your composition book, and you're going to sometimes you might need to glue 2 pages together. It's just whatever you need to do in your junk journal. If the pages are too thin, then you can glue 2 of the pages together. So here's a piece off of that. So let's just put these in my book. So I'm going to go back to the beginning because I like to do that. And I can take and put this in the pocket right here. And here's a crab, a napkin. Here's a pretty page. And I think I'm going to glue this strip right here on this page. So I can just cut it off right there. And I can use my glue stick if I can find it. Yeah, you can do anything you want to your junk journal. You can do anything you want. So I'm just going to glue this paper like a border on this edge. And there's a good journaling spot if you want to journal. If you want to just write something, put a poem there. Find something that you enjoy and write it out right here. Put a Bible verse. Lots of things you can do. So here's a fish. So how's this fish? How is this fish going to go in there? Okay. We've got Lynn started there. So And there's one more over here, and it's a flower. So we can put it right there on the pocket. So this is turned into a glue book for me. I like glue books. I don't journal. I'm not a journaling person. Good night, Lynn.
Bye, Lynn.
So,
Lynn journals. Huh.
okay. So, let's see what Lynn has over on her channel. I haven't really checked it out. Let's see. She's got some videos. And she's got an Asian journal prompts, 12 springs, week of spring. She's got a lot of videos. Her markers and her stickers. I think you've got what it takes. You can do it, Lynn. You've got what it takes to do a junk journal. And Google and look up YouTube videos. YouTube, there's lots and lots of YouTube videos on how to do a junk journal. Yeah, that's great, Lynn. That's good. Whatever you want to do in your journal is perfectly fine. Perfectly. This is some texture. And I took this out of that one magazine, one book I was in. Let's see what I can do with these. So you can do anything you want. If you like it, then you can do it. I got all these out of that. Another, here's an envelope. It's got Happy Mail in it. Somebody made this for me and made me all the Happy Meal. Oh, look at these index cards. I've got a place for these. So I'm going to take them out and use them. Here's some more paper. There's a round to it. Here's some more paper. Those would be cute on those index cards. I got two index. I need to decorate two index cards. And I'll use those. I'll use them. Okay. So this is a little flippy out. It was from a magazine. And it'd be cute for something. I don't know what, but it's just from a magazine, a flower magazine. So there we go. Let's see what else we got. I got some index cards. I could decorate an index card. Got a Visa card and some journaling pages. And this says family. It's a game. Okay. So let's see. There's an envelope. Home protection plan. Yeah, that's what we need is the home protection plan. I think I have to cut these down to size. To put in my Rolodex card. So let's get one out of here. Yeah, it's got to be that big. So I'll just cut that off right there. Here we go. And I can glue some things down on here to make a cute page. I can do one up here too. I need to make some more uh, in Rolodex cards. So let's see. Let me put some glue. And a word. This one just needs a word. This is flocked paper. It's textury. I'm just going to put a word on that. So let's see what else we can find to put on this. I have an envelope of some goodies over here. Let's see what we can find. There's a feather. I can put a feather on there. We'll put a feather right there. And I've got some. I got a girl. Let's see where we can put her. Oh, yeah, she's going over there. Yep, there she goes. Like that. I need a word. I need a word. And the word is, I like to go through magazines and look for words. Joyride. There's a joyride right there. Somebody on the paddle board. That's what it is. See how you can come look for magazines and get words and pictures. Get a flower. Look, look for a word. Look at him. He's cute.
Hey.
But anyway, I think I'm gonna quit. It's about quitting time, and that's all I can do. I can only stream for about 3 hours. So I hope that you guys will continue to do some art and have some fun and work in your journals and art books and glue books and fun books. And I will finish these up next, maybe tomorrow or the next day. I'm off on Sunday and Monday, and I will be back on Tuesday night if you would like to come back in and join in. And that will be all for the evening. So you guys, I want to thank you all for hanging out with me, and uh, so you guys have a wonderful evening, and I will see you soon. Good night, everybody. Good night. Good night, Candy. Good night, everybody. All right, here we go. Let me get this out. So There's that. I need my phone, and that's it. All right. We will do some more next time.